Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna crack open some eggs that didn't hatch in my incubator. I had 40 incubating and I think we have 24 that hatched successfully. We're gonna go through and look at a few that did not hatch and see if we can figure out why. Here's the baby chicks. They're all awesome. I hope you watched the baby chick prom I threw for them. It was a good time. The less fun part of raising chicks, the last two hatched yesterday. I'm gonna clean this out and I wanna crack open a couple of these and kind of show you. There's one and I'm not gonna crack it open because I don't feel the need. This little guy started his way out and it didn't work out for him, obviously. I was curious what's going on with this chick specifically. It's a couple days old where it sat like this, but there's the membrane. You can see the chick was able to break through up here with his beak, but it couldn't get through this membrane. And I don't quite know why. I think it has to do with humidity. I don't know if I needed more humidity in my incubator or not. My eggs, in another video, I kind of explained how the eggshells are super, super thick. And if you compare this, like home-raised chickens' eggshells to store-bought, I mean, these are incredibly thick. There's one egg, and it's actually the egg that's the cover on my video where I candle the eggs. This one was on the cover. You can see the discoloration up here. This one never progressed, for lack of better words. I don't know a lot of fancy $5 words, but I want to crack it open and kind of see what's going on with it. I don't think the embryo developed at all, but let's check it out. It may have, and I could be totally wrong. I'm not a scientist by any means. Yeah, so you can see there, it's just a, seems like a normal egg at this point. When we break it open, you can see the discoloration. Now you can see, right there's that membrane that other chick couldn't break through. There's more of the membrane. It is discolored, definitely. Here's where the embryo stopped its development. Let me get that in the video there. So you can see the cells started to split. It started its development process, but for whatever reason, this egg just didn't work out. So there's that one. Now I want to crack another. This one. So remember, that was my cover egg on the candling video, and you can see in that video, granted it was 11 days, I could have checked it a few more days and seen that the embryo had stopped its development. This is one of my bigger eggs. It's definitely heavier, and I want to see kind of what's going on inside of it. I don't know if this one got to a point where it couldn't break through the egg or what, but usually if a chick is viable, it'll be able to break at least through the egg, like that very first one I showed you. Gotta get that in the camera. Sorry, I'm not the best at the filming stuff. So one of my subscribers is a veterinarian, And I told her the other day, yesterday actually, in a comment that I was intimidated because she is a veterinarian. She knows way more about this than I do, which is a fact. So Jolynn, please tell me where I'm wrong with any of this. This one, you can see it's still got some fluid down here. Here's its little leg. See if I can get that whole embryonic sac separated from the shell. Now there's no scent or odor to these yet, but given another day or so, I'm sure there would be. If you remember in high school, at least those of us that were not millennials, in high school we used to do this in science class. And we would use it to learn. So here's one of its feet. Here's the other foot down here. I'm gonna cut open this. I suppose we'd call that an embryonic sac. I'm not 100% sure on the scientific stuff with it. I don't need to cut it all open. You can see it's a fully developed chick. And for whatever reason, it just couldn't get through the shell. Let's see, where's his head? I can't even find its head in there. It's right in here. So its head's right in here, and for whatever reason, it couldn't break through the shell. That's unfortunate. I think that's the case with most of our eggs that we have. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 15 of our eggs that didn't hatch. Well, 14 plus this one that began its hatch but couldn't break through. There was one, this egg. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm gonna shake it by the microphone on the camera and you can hear it inside. It's fully liquid. So I wanted to check that one out. None of the other eggs are like this. Even our first, this egg didn't even make that sound. So it seems like this one had a really large air sac or something. I am not sure, but I'm curious. Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy that flies airplanes and likes to raise animals. Oof, definitely gooey. Interesting. Okay, so this one, I'm not sure at which stage its development stopped, but its development stopped much, much earlier than this other one. This one was fully developed and it couldn't quite break through the membrane. This one appears fully developed, but for whatever reason didn't even start to break through. And this one's development stopped pretty early. I'm gonna spare you the gory details of going through and looking at it, but this is the chicken's rear end right here. Here's his legs, the back of its legs. And there's one of its feet. You can see they are fully developed, but for whatever reason, this chick's development stopped. It could be a number of reasons. It could be the temperature in the incubator, although it seemed pretty standard and pretty good hatch rate, way better than 50%. I honestly just don't know. I'm not sure why. So if you guys have any experience or ideas on why these chicks didn't hatch, let me know. So that's some of the realities of raising chickens. If you if you're not into normally doing this and you one of the folks that ordered a bunch of chickens and you don't know what to do with them, and they start having eggs and you decide you're gonna start incubating and stuff, there's a less pretty side. The pretty and the fun side is that chicken prom that I set up, where there's all kinds of fun little chicks running around, playing, peeping, making noise. It's really fun to watch them, I think. Then there's the harsh reality of life, where some of them just don't work out. It's a good lesson to learn.